So this article I found is the COVID-19 college experience. Building resiliency, finding structure, and maintaining connection. The COVID-19 experience represents a traumatic experience for everyone. The combination of stressors seems limitless and includes fear of contracting the virus, actually testing positive, or spending time in the ICU, losing a loved one, losing a job, or enduring the intensity of a shift on the front lines as an essential worker, just to name a few. As one of the CNBC article explained, in the late March, citing trauma, psychologists states the COVID-19 crisis that combined mental health stressors that have been studied from before in other disasters, but which have never been seen consolidation in one global crisis. There was no question that the collective trauma of the COVID-19 pandemic will affect virtually everyone's future to some degree. However, one population, the current generation of students, is facing the pandemic at a particular critical stage of development. The unique emotional and mental health fallout of COVID-19 on university students and their parents is only just starting to be realized. So, one of the reasons the next section here is called Loss of Structure, Independent and Control. For the majority of students, going to college is a rite of passage in a transformational personal journey. Most are living away from home for the first time and are gaining independence and developing new social support systems. In mid-March this year, students were abruptly pulled from their new homes back to the old ones, most back to their parents' houses. Plans for graduation, summer internships, or major athletic or academic milestones have dissolved for some reason out of the students' control. See, I never really had this because at my stage in life, I was already living off campus, had my own apartment, so I didn't have to I still had that level of independence because I've had that since I was 18 and 20, I just forgot how old I was. I think I'm 28 now. Yeah, 28. I just turned 28 in June. Yay me. But I can imagine because I have a lot of people who I went to classes with who had to leave their homes and go back to living with their parents. So one psychiatrist, Ludmila de Ferra, explained in an NPR article that these big moments are important runges on the ladder of personal development. And when they are missed, it's almost like they are forced to regress a little bit, or at least not progress as expected on their developmental milestone. Building resilience is a learned skill that comes from facing adversity. Many college students have not had yet experienced a full level of diversity. To have an emotional and mental tools to cope with and move past such sudden loss of structure, independence, and control. Parents will have an important role in there, helping their older children recognize signs of deteriorating mental health while staying cognizant of boundaries than many college-age students typically expect. Conversely, for students that have had a battle poverty, mental illness, or abusive home environments, the challenge of returning home and maintaining a virtual class schedule is compounded. Students may have lost income from their work-study job or be dealing with a family member diagnosed with COVID-19. Plus, professors and academic faculty are reactively moving classes online with a varying level of structure, planning, and expectations. This new chaotic environment is a stark contrast to the type of academically supportive environment that many colleges had to foster. This was definitely the case. I gotten used to being able to walk into my professor's office and be like, hey, I need help with this, and make sure I leave that office fully understanding the assignment. Now a lot of things have gone to online, and it's a lot more difficult because a lot of, I had to get used to a whole new format in the middle of the semester, and for Eastern Maine Community College, they're not opening back up in the fall, so I have to continue with that. So furthermore, finding social belonging and connection on campus can be an important element in preventing mental health issues. and many students have been pulled out of an environment where they're positioned to succeed and into one where they are not. Seeking treatment, new challenges and opportunities. Even before COVID-19 broke out in the Western Hemisphere, it was widely understood that it says millennials and Generation Z, the demographic currently between the ages of 18 and 23. See, that's more on the Generation Z side, I believe, because I'd be classified as a millennial and I'm 28. But during these two time frames, have reported higher rates of anxiety and depression than other generations. There's been many factors driving this trend, but COVID-19 will absolutely exacerbate these rates. For example, demand for mental health counseling on many campuses across the U.S. has been rising even before March 2020. By this fall, when students are hopefully being able to return to campus, there's a high chance that the mental health services at many schools will be oversubscribed as students cope with the stress that is accompanied by this pandemic. Fortunately, most schools are adapting to the current moment, encouraging the utilization of mental health resources and tools, moving peer groups online, and learning much more about how to adequately provide remote counseling. Virtual therapy certainly has limitations, but it greatly improves access to care, and thanks to some policy changes by insurances in recent months, been more affordable than ever. Maintaining connection. NAC College is one of the many schools addressing the new and multiplying mental health needs of the students by offering free telehealth counseling to students. While the process is not seamless, for example, there have been many regulatory barriers to overcome in terms of providing out-of-state care. It is proving to be an effective solution and could help improve care for students. It is essential for colleges and parents to understand the uncertainty that students are enduring in this moment and provide guidance where needed as we all try to move forward. For students, school is often the primary source of structure in their lives. The mental health care facility have a unique opportunity to provide a sense of familiarity and normalcy. Conducting one-to-one sessions with students via virtual channels and maintaining a connection will be paramount in the next few months to help mitigate the mental health consequences many students could face in the months or even years ahead. So that's it. Thanks for watching.